Morning, everybody, and Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, we did that. Happy New Year's and excuse me, Happy Valentine's Day. I've got to-do list. There's grease on my finger. I don't even know. That's transmission fluid. Anyways, I've got to-do list, and we're gonna TCB, as my grandpa says. And I'm not holding the camera straight, but TCB means take care of business. And on that to-do list, we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to skip all the jabbering, and I'm not going to bore you with my talking, and we're just going to go, we're going to get her done. First thing we got to do is, well, actually on the to-do list is get the chicken coop mobile. So like I've got wheels on it, but I need to like get well, let me just show you. So I've got wheels put on the cage, but this coop is just on the ground. So what I was thinking was I'm going to take two, this is about 9 foot across, or I can get away with 9 foot. So I'm going to take two 9-foot poles, maybe 9.5, and put one like up here, running through the whole thing, and then another back there. And that way I can just lift the coop up onto them poles, bars, wherever they are, whatever I end up getting, and then we can move it. So if this sounds like a whole bunch of mess for 2 chickens, you'd be correct. However, they're really good layers, and I like them and whatnot. But the whole reason I'm doing this is because we've got dogs, and chickens and dogs, they don't mix too well. Some dogs do, but our dogs don't. So I'm gonna make it to where I can just lift it up and just move it every morning. That way they have fresh scratching ground and whatnot. And eventually, hopefully, maybe I can get the dogs tame around them enough to have them free roam, because I would really like to have free roam. And we do every once in a while, but I mean, you got to make sure the dogs are, it's a whole mess, so it'd be easier to do it this way than any other way. But first, let me show you what else I'm dealing with. It's always something else before the thing, and we're going to TCB it too, though. Ain't that good. It's a Honda too. So before we do anything else, I get the pull cord fixed on the Big Red. Little waffles. And my plan is for the chicken coop is either find something that will work, or I've got a tree that has fell out by the back barn that I'm going to cut up anyway. So I'm going to see if I can maybe either get a limb or maybe split the log in half or something, and then maybe cut some, I don't know. We're going to see though. But first thing we got to do is take that deal off, and then I'll fix the pull cord. Couldn't find my ratchet, so I've got to actually use this wrench. Oh no, buddy. All right, I've got it out, and I think the spring's just a little bit wore down, and I got too much rope in it anyway, so I'll go ahead and shorten it a bit. And if you're wondering how these are all put together, you pop this little cap off. I can't do it with one hand, but you pop this little cap off, and then you can run the string up through it, and you tie it up there. And then kind of the same thing with this, except you don't pop nothing out. You just run the string in, and then try and fix its way up in there, and then tie a knot in there. Because I never knew, I'm only 17, but I never knew how these things work beforehand. All right, got that end off, cut it length, and we'll be back up and running. All right, whenever I'm messing with a string like that, I always put some electrical tape around the end of it. That way it don't split more and whatnot and fray off and do all that. And that way it makes me look like I actually know what I'm doing, which we all know is far from the truth. All right, once you got a little a deal tied in there, what you do is you just stick it back down in there and then plop that thing back on, and you're back in business. For now, that is. You see what this 10 mil just called me? These old Hondas are cold natured. You gotta let them warm up a little bit. Well, as with anything, but especially these. Or would that be warm natured? That might be warm natured. Okay, so this is the tree, and it's been down for a little while. It's just been too cold to cut it. But I was thinking, well, I don't know. I was thinking maybe one of the limbs way back there to see if they was strong enough, because this would be too big. Well, let's just start cutting and we'll see. Ah, stinking battery. I checked that just this morning and it was full 3 bars. Gotta figure out where I'll put all this stuff now. This thing is pretty slick. I think Mama just got it off Amazon or something. But I'm gonna cut this because it's hanging down pretty low. Look, simple as that. Mighty professional. We're big time now, ain't that right? That little chainsaw thing done pretty good, but I have to wait to the rest with a big chainsaw. I didn't like none of that wood, but what I did find is that. I'm gonna use that for the chicken hut. All right, so this is an old swing set, and now that I'm looking at that, it ain't long enough. But we should be able to use these two, and that'd keep us from using. Actually, we could just wait a minute. You see what I see? Two perfectly sized boards. Sometimes my ability to just make things work is frightening. Either way, it's time for another parts run. All right, this all should be fairly simple. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna finish taking all the rusted screws out. All these are junk, they're all rusted through. Most of them snapped, which is a nice thing, I guess. You don't want to step on them. Anyways, I'll go ahead and do that and then catch back up. Look at that rig, buddy. Big red, oh yeah. Okay, now it's time to get these two separated. Well, I finally got them things split. It took forever, and I had to take a shovel and a pry bar because I didn't have I only had a little pry bar. And it was a whole mess. But I got those split, and I kind of went, at first I had it this way, but then it was too much weight up front because I've only got wheels on the back because I'd have to make swiveling wheels up front, and that's too hard. Or it's too much work, you know, because I'll be building them a better chicken coop later on. It's just this is the whole thing's kind of temporary, but it's gonna be around long enough that it's worth me doing all this. And the straps definitely aren't they're definitely temporary and not permanent. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, my chicken mover. I don't have a number for it, not patented, because it's too many different parts from different things. I know, pretty well know, we could bring back a red green show with this, except I'm handsome and handy. Well, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the video. It's about 4 o'clock, and I've pretty well spent all day. Of course, I had to take a lunch break. You know, you can't go without eating lunch. Lunch is like, it's number 2 in line to breakfast. But anyways, it's starting to rain on me, and I'm tired. I'm going to go in. I got to take a shower and whatnot, get all the chicken smell off me. But there'll be more videos to come, especially into the springtime and starting out in the summer. Getting the model farm rebuilt. I'm gonna have it like completely redone is my plans for it. It's always subject to change, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll have more. I don't know, this might have been entertaining to some, but hopefully I'll have more entertainment to follow, so stay tuned. Thank you all.